All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially live. I want to say thank you for being here. We're live on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. This is an incredible moment. I'm glad that you are all here. I'm gonna say hit the thumbs up and the likes button early. I'm going to be giving out. I think I have 10 plus remedies for this Mercury in Aquarius conjunct Pluto and Aquarius. So this is a lot of pressure. Why? Because you have two fixed energies like Aquarius. And this is the circulatory system in the human body, aka the lungs. So there's some Tai Chi exercises that we could go through to specifically take out sadness and depression, which are the emotions that actually do store in the lungs. So that's a possibility. With that being said, if you are interested in doing Tai Chi and getting the sadness and the depression that Aquarius stores because it thinks, Mercury in Aquarius, because it thinks in circular thoughts, in that ruling of the circulatory system, it will cause shortness of breath as well as tremendous and massive headaches. You will also get cramps in your calves. So there's a lot of things that can happen. Now, I have my little notes here for me about some bullet points that we're going to go through. I want to have you hit the thumbs up and the likes button early. I'm gonna let you know now. I'm not gonna give out all the remedies today, but what you can do is you can check the All Remedies Dragon Guide. All right, you'll see it right here. It's in the chat. It's pinned, and this will get you on the email list. And so my next email going out, I'm going to be giving remedies for this conjunction. Now it won't be just for the Mercury conjunct in Pluto. It's going to be Mercury conjunct Pluto, Mars conjunct Pluto, Venus conjunct Pluto, and they're going to be different remedies going through. A lot of this has to do with romance. You might have seen it on the flyer. Channeling the divine intimacy in the intimate voice of God. And a lot of what this is about is this pressurized energy of Aquarius takes us literally out of space to receive ideas from what can also be considered Rahu, or seemingly looking like smoke, nothing, an illusion. But this illusion is the delusion we have to experience in order to receive divine messages of grand ideas, scientific and futuristic ideas, ultimately bringing us closer to the career that we want, the romance that we want, all right, the deep, intimate bond that we want on a psycho-emotional level. There's a mental social property to this conjunction that we're going to talk about. And so let's get into all my points here one by one. So, um, just to start off, your career and your public push on your deep passions. Why? Because Mercury in Aquarius, Mercury rules the fifth and the eighth house of Aquarius. So these are our passions, and these are our deeper passions outside of the things that we say we're passionate about because maybe we're good at them, but it's more to prove that we can do something good and belong to the cool clique. So that type of energy is going to get eradicated because the higher octave of this is Pluto in Aquarius. And Pluto is that octave that by the time Mars conjuncts Pluto is going to be a little bit heavier, more intense. Right now, it's in the mind. In the mind, we're understanding and seeing where have we sacrificed ourselves and did what was cool, did what might have been even risky, and got some fame, got some clout, got some shine, but ultimately was not pure to our heart. So this is one of the major things happening. Okay, it's my point number one. Number two, it's about daring to speak. Okay, daring to speak, especially your greatest fear. And it's about learning how to speak and listen to the sky mind, or what could be considered the high consciousness. Okay, uh, God is another way to look at this. When you go deep into your meditations, what is the clear voice saying to you? Calm, one time, at peace, and your stillness. And that's one of the things that is going to be miraculous for you. All right. So that's my second point. My third one is to learn to share your vulnerabilities. So this is a big weakness of Aquarius, especially with Mercury in the fifth house. It does not want to share its vulnerabilities because its mind is still trapped in its past lives of being royal, being regal. And again, as a regal queen or king running a people, it could be very dangerous. Literally, abrupt and sudden usurps can happen in the kingdom of whatever you're ruling. If you share your weakness, it can be used as a power move. And this is Pluto and Aquarius. Power moves, okay? being taken once you share your vulnerabilities in a group, which is one of our greatest fears, right? To join a community, to join a group, and then have your deepest secrets exposed. Aquarius fears this. So as much as it wants to be a part of groups and create groups, it also is fear and being vulnerable within the group. Okay. So the key with this is to share your vulnerability and even wait before sharing, learning how to share your vulnerabilities with the right people, only the intimate group. Okay. Now here's what we got next. Strategically dismantling the dark and repetitive thoughts. What's this word I have here? And your speech. Okay. So not just the thoughts, but the things that you actually say and speak up and speak out loud, especially speak boldly. Because when Aquarius does speak, it will speak boldly. It may not speak often, but it'll take what is purest to it, you know, and especially in his romances. The romance for Aquarius is one of the only ways that it might actually speak up and share what is heavy on its heart, on its psycho and emotional imbalances. As for its psycho and emotional imbalances, it'll be more likely to share that with his romantic partners or somebody that's in love with, or even a friend that it feels it can trust with his deepest secrets. So this conjunction with Mercury and Pluto, you'll notice that this will start to happen. All right. So here's what we got next. Hold up. No, that's for sure. Okay. So here's what we got next. Strategically dismantling the dark and repetitive thoughts. Okay, I just said that. So when I say strategically, it's about doing what I'm doing right now, right? It's like I have a lot of thoughts about this video, but I wrote them down on paper first. You feel me? And that's what's more important here. Now, the next point I have is to carry lost souls to Hades and to do so objectively. So when I say something like that, let's say Aquarius in the fifth house, with it ruling the fifth house and the eighth house, it's like, when I look at this drum, for example, this drum is my baby, and this drum has the potential to help me communicate the deepest emotions that I don't want to share. And the thing is, when I drum and when I sing, because uh, fifth house is about singing and acting, right? This is a form. This is an act. This is a performance. If I hit the drum, so Mercury ruling the fifth house for Aquarius, this is like the child, right? This is the literal inner child that has suppressed all of its passions, all of its joys, all the ways that it authentically wants to play. And fifth house is about trying to work your way back to your authenticity. But the eighth house with this Mercury conjunct Pluto, the eighth house is like, all I can do and share is authenticity. And everything that's not that, it must get dismantled. So Pluto is going to have the power to actually overcome it and turn that thing you've been scared to share into a career. And this is one of the most magical parts about it. So this is the magic, right? It's about like letting that character out, letting that child out, no longer caring about what may seem like a mistake, because this isn't the sixth house. We're not trying to perfect and master this. We're trying to just express and explore it. And that's the big difference with this Mercury conjunct Pluto. Can you express and explore your expression, explore your passion, explore what's unique and authentic to you? And are you willing to do it and turn it into a career? So that's my next major point. Okay. About And now, as for the part where carrying lost souls to Hades, this is one of Hermes' job, Mercury being Hermes, one of Hermes' jobs to carry lost souls. So what this feels like to me is like, what are the romantic and heartbroken pains that you have carried from your relationships. Now, this can be from a long time ago. It doesn't matter who broke your heart. You wrote somebody a letter and they weren't highly receptive of it, and they didn't praise you the way you felt you deserved. And then you kept it a secret that you're the best writer ever, that you love to write poetry. This is the kind of energy where when I say carry lost souls, you need to now carry those lost romantic heartbreaks, those lost passions that you have avoided because of criticism. And it's about carrying them, because Mercury is a transportation energy, carrying them to the underworld to store it now as a hidden gem. So that's Hades now, the hidden gems. So if you store this as a gem, likely you have already been storing this because you haven't shared it in so long, 10, 15 years. You've been holding this heartbroken pain that was attached, because these are fixed energies. They don't want to change. They were attached to your joys, to your childlike fun and expression. One more time. You feel me? So it's like bringing that stuff back that brings you so much joy, light, love, energy that's uncontainable because you stored it so long. So this is kind of what I mean when I say carry the lost souls, like taking that love, that passion, and objectively deciding to bury that thing because you know it's not good for you. You know it's making you cycle repetitive and negative thoughts. You know that time you've been cheated on, it's been holding you back and is no longer useful. It's keeping you from true love, true friendship, true intimacy. And that's what Aquarius really wants. It doesn't want the fake love. It doesn't want the false praise. It needs authenticity or death. Okay, and that's the eighth house ruling Mercury. So again, like I said, I'm going to give out the 10 remedies if you join the email list. And that's the key. If you join this email list, right, it's a free guide, a 60 plus page on the Dragon Guide. Join the email list. And then within the next 1 to 2 days, I'm sending out these remedies and I've been working on them. And so I'm going to share a few of them today, but I'm not going to share them all. Okay, here we go. Now, I kind of said this, but I'm going to make the point anyways. Turning the passions into monetary gains. That's one of the major things. This is turning into a vocation. Like you have a passion to speak and teach Spanish. It's like maybe you just do that with your friends. Now it's time to do that and actually make some change on it. Take a risk on this joy. Okay. So, okay. Now, what do I have next here? Talk to God via art. Okay. This prime example, right? Okay, so right, so like talk to God, but with your art. So you don't have to necessarily pray, God, thank you, please, grant my wish. Yeah, it's just like playing an instrument, not caring about what it sounds like, and then let that be the communication of your soul, which might be off beat. It might not be in cadence. It might not have a rhythm. You feel me? And hopefully I'm doing the best to actually exhibit this today. Now, next is about Mercury having a mental breakup with the control, a mental, a social, or psychological breakup with the control. So again, you got to kind of look at where Aquarius is at in your chart. Like if you want to get a one-on-one reading with me, like you can do that. And then I can help you break that down. Otherwise, this is kind of for the collective. I can only go by the ruler. So I'm not getting too crazy into this, right? Now, here's what I have next. Dissolve your ownership of your special ideas. So Aquarius in the fifth house, it thinks that its ideas are the best. It loves this. It's like, I have the best ideas. And it's so attached to that because it's Leo fixed, Aquarius fixed. I have the best ideas. And the problem with the best ideas is that you believe that your ideas is more special than anyone else. So Aquarius is unwilling to share those ideas. And that within itself is its largest crutch and its greatest access point, the portal to everything that makes it happy and joyful, which is essentially to share the ideas. But in order to share the ideas, you have to understand that your ideas can be special and somebody else's ideas can be special too. The moment you think your ideas are more special, you take a superiority approach and you actually repel and repulse people away. So if you check out our membership, we just went through that course, right? Okay, the last one I have here is separate your mind, separate from the mind control and the rules that is essentially not allowing you to serve at a higher level and a higher power and a higher cause. Okay, and that's the humanitarian within it. It's like looking at it, separate yourself from the mind control. Yeah, I mean, a huge one of this is like you could be controlled by your lover, like, right, like it's one of the things that people don't necessarily know about Aquarius. Like their lover has so much control over them. Even if they seem like they're domineering, they give a lot of control because of how they built up a fantasy in their head. And the thing is, the objective part of them usually does kind of come back in, but usually not from a Mercury conjunct Pluto. This is where their fantasy has an opportunity to actually break free from the fixed natures. You feel me? Oh, this plant. Hey, plant. You see the plant? Plant's like, let me get up in there. All right. So that's what breaks you away from the fixed nature. So let me give you a list. I have some remedies here, but I'm gonna give you at least a couple. One of the main ones is sodalite. Sodalite is a gemstone. Um, and it is something, if you can get a sodalite bracelet that you could put on your ankle or that you could put on your calf, magical, right? Even if not that, if you can wear one as a necklace and it is kind of in your center chest piece area, it can help you calm your heart as well as um, your circulatory system, allowing you to feel like you can take a moment to pause, be still, and breathe. Another thing that you could do with the solar light is if you can wear it almost kind of like an earring, right? Why? Because the earring is right next to the mind, and Aquarius has a lot of fixed thoughts. So these fixed thoughts are what this Mercury and Pluto has trapped it and essentially found a way to control the mind, which is controlling what? Social interactions and allowing yourself to be authentic and real within those social interactions and share your ideas without fearing the judgment that your idea is stupid. And that's kind of how Aquarius translates it. That's not what I believe, but I wanted to say it like that with intention because that's how Aquarius feels. That, oh my God, my idea is stupid. Okay, that's one remedy, right? A second remedy that I can give you today is to massage your calves. Hey, look at that. Literally take some grounding oils, whether it is, what is an oil good for Aquarius? I'm thinking lavender right now. I'm not sure that's exactly an Aquarius. I'm gonna say lavender, yeah, because it can calm the nervous system. And so Aquarius has part to do with the nervous system as a part of Uranus, Rahu. All right, these are electric type energies, and if you take lavender oil, rub it in your hand with some olive oil or coconut oil, okay, or castor oil, whatever fits you best, and go ahead and give yourself a head massage. And when you're doing it, understand that you're calming your mind, right? Like literally, oh, it's already feeling good, yeah. But get in there and do a little bit of that, right? Great. Next, you can go ahead and do the same thing and massage your leg. I would say don't just stop just at the calf, kind of do the knee to the ankle to the foot at a bare minimum, and just focus on that. Like you might want to do your whole body, but as for the remedy itself, I'm gonna say put more time and energy on the calf itself because this is where a lot of the energy is stored from the walk in the fantasy realms, okay, the walk that you take fixated on love and romance, right? And so a lot of that energy, believe it or not, it gets stored in the calves. So that's two remedies. Okay, I'm gonna give you a third and a final one right now, and that's to literally play with your hands in the dirt. Why? Because Mercury is the hands. So this conjunction, this Pluto conjunction with Mercury, if you play like a child, because Mercury is the fifth house ruler of Aquarius, if you play like a kid with your hands, Mercury, in the dirt, and then bury old crystals that were once storing your heartbreaks, your career hopes, as well as what do I have here? Your psychological. So any purple crystals that you've had, and if you take a moment to fill them with your hands and you channel the energy, fifth house is channeling. You channel the energy. Thank you for hitting that thumbs up. I appreciate you. If you channel the energy, and the energy says that this stone is dead, for example, fifth house is channeling. You bury it. That's eighth house now. Mercury is ruling your eighth house. You bury it deep as you can in the dirt. So that's the underground. Hades, Pluto in Aquarius. This is the underworld gems. You put that down in the dirt. Okay. And now while you're doing this, do this with your hands. Don't do this with a shovel. You might need to start with a stick or a rock and just stab the ground, stab the ground, stab the ground. Why? Eighth house, murder, right? Literally murder. So that aggressive energy that maybe you never let out as a heartbreak, just stab the ground like this. Yeah, 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 yeah. Like you have a real knife in your hand. And the thing is, the earth, you know, Pachamama will transmute that energy, that transmute that rage, transmute that hate. It's a way for you to like let that mental stress out of your body and let it go. That's it. Just let it go. Right? So that's that, and that's important. And again, it's playing with your hands in the dirt. So here's what I have. I have like 7 more remedies right here. I said I have 10 on the thing, but like I said, if you want the rest of the remedies, all right, join the email list. You'll see it here. It's a free guide. I want to say thank you for being here. This is your Astro Shaman. I'm going to be sending this out with 2 or 3 days. So hopefully you have gotten this notice in my last couple of videos that you want to get this guide because I'm sending out the remedies. All right. And like I said, this is your Astro Shaman, Pernell Bobby, inspiring brilliance, holding you spiritually accountable with esoteric remedies, ladies and gentlemen. These are the hidden remedies. They're here. I'm using my voice. The pressure of Pluto has got me to say, P, start sharing. And then 8th house Aquarius, keep some of your remedies private. Allow your creative passions to reach this world stage, but also, you know, you take your cut. And so this is kind of what it's like if I'm giving it from a personal perspective and passion of minds that I want to share this, and I'm used to just giving this all for free. Now you got to be within the membership, and I can give you some out for free. I can give you more in the membership, the most in the membership, and I can give you some modicum amounts, which is still going to be like 7 more that you didn't get here. All right. Other than that, I want to say thank you for being here, hitting the thumbs up. I love you. Here's my farewell. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I love you for being here. Thank you. I appreciate you all. I'll see you all soon. Look at that. We ended at the 23, and that's an Aquarius number. It also means divorce, so be careful.